Um, welcome everybody. Come on in. Yes, class is starting. Yes, welcome. This is Pokemon Biology 201. Yes, my name is Professor Jacob. Of course, I would normally announce, that I'm joined by my wonderful teaching assistant. But not this time, unfortunately. Going forward, I will be teaching this class solo by myself. Joining me in the classroom today is my young trainer in training, Corbin. Corbin, if you could please say hello.
I've been having a hard time recently, Professor, grappling with the idea of just death and what life means. I don't think I'm should be held responsible for what happened to Mr. Curtis, but
there's
the
a
way
lot
you've been
of
looking at me since I entered the room has been a little bit sus. I'm not sure if I like it.
Let's just air this out real quick. You pushed him over.
I didn't put.
You pushed him over.
Now, I lightly tapped Mr. Curtis.
You didn't turn him into stone. So that's not on you. That was
not on me.
That was his own actions. He jumped in the way of Mewtwo's attack.
Right.
So it's not your fault.
With all due respect, he's got not to speak ill of the dead, but he's kind of an idiot.
It sounds like that was, you did just speak ill of the dead.
I'm not trying to. If I say no offense or not trying to, it negates it.
Okay,
but I'm
fair.
not trying to speak ill of the dead, but it was his fault. You know what I mean? He could have just sat aside and just let Mew and Mewtwo fight. That's what I did.
I don't want to point fingers or anything, but it's absolutely his fault.
Okay, all right. You don't need to, guys. He's pointing at me. He's pointing at me, and I'm getting really sad again.
I didn't know. Okay, all right, you got me. I was quietly pointing my fingers at you. But there's things we need to address. Students may have noticed that we are actually in a different classroom. This is not our usual classroom where we have the class.
How would they notice that, Professor?
Oh, I don't know. Different ambient sounds, the way our voices echo off the walls of this new building.
Okay, all right. I think it sounds the same to our last
There's
building.
no hustle and bustle of Machokes walking through the halls, performing various duties. Because actually we have... So, the Saffron City Learning Center decided to move my class, just because, they just didn't want to deal with the bad press they were receiving, from the death in the classroom, which is a large, event that would happen. So they couldn't outright fire me thanks to some crafty paperwork applied by Mr. Curtis before.
Did you get interviewed by Channel 12 as well? Because they tried to interview me, and they were shining spotlights in my house, and it was just not okay.
Yeah, the Officer Jennies were very adamant about getting down to the bottom, a little bit too adamant. I think they might have grown close to Mr. Curtis from all the time they spent with him during their investigations on the Squirtle incident.
Okay, so what's going to happen with the Squirtle incident? What's going to happen there,
I don't know. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I mean, you can't charge somebody who's dead, right?
Last I checked, I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think that's the case.
Regardless, and maybe this is serendipitous, but we have been moved. Our new location is the Goldenrod City Learning Center branch of the Saffron City Learning Center.
Right.
Everybody around here just calls it the GCLCBOTSCLC for short. So if you could just memorize, if you could read that back to me, Corbin, real quick.
Yeah, that was the GCLCBOTSLS.
Oh, you missed it.
Professor, this is a serious matter. Let me try one more time.
Okay, take it from there.
Professor, it is of course the GCLCBOTSCLC.
Yes, and that stands for
the Goldenrod City Learning Center branch at the Saffron City Learning Center.
Great.
I mean, it's all in the front outside the building.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's really the best thing that has come from this awful tragedy, because Goldenrod City is bopping. I gotta tell you. I'm studying abroad this semester. It's very fun. My roommate is named Gordon. Kind of smells.
Okay. They
sometimes
force you to stay with a roommate, huh?
Yeah. I had to stay with a roommate. It was cheaper for my mom. So yeah,
Weirdly enough,
I'm living.
they put me in a penthouse suite. It's actually really nice up there.
What?
Yeah.
You got a penthouse?
Yeah.
Oh man, I got a cheap apartment down the street. Oh.
Yeah, it is. It is right next to the radio tower, though. So, at night the red light kind of just blasts into my condo.
Ugh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I miss Perry.
I don't think there were this many plants in here when we were there this many plants when we started class. It feels like there's a lot more.
These plants really are growing, though. That's kind of anyway.
Hey, maybe that's something. I'll have
good
to...
air, good air in Goldenrod. Okay.
Yeah, good air,
Professor. We have got to take advantage and see the bright side of what this opportunity has provided, because we're in a new city, a fresh start, away from all of our friends and family.
Okay, what friends? What friends, Corbin?
Perry.
Okay, I do miss Perry. Maybe
Perry's still at home.
And if Gary was here, he could have taken care of these
Gary's
plants that are really starting to get in
either.
the way of things.
There's a new groundskeeper, and I don't like him as much.
Oh yeah, have you met the new groundskeeper?
No, but I've heard about him.
Oh yeah, what have you heard?
He stinks worse than Gary.
Whoa,
if you can believe that. Yeah.
I
can't. His name is Larry. Oh, he's the worst. Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
talking
he's
about
really bad.
talking about smelly things really makes me miss Mr. Curtis. So let's go ahead and let's focus up. Let's start the class in earnest. Corbin, do you know what Pokemon we're learning about today?
I want to say it's.
Wait, guys.
Wait, what?
What?
Oh.
What the?
Oh, jeez. Professor. I'm so sorry. Oh, jeez.
What?
How is this possible?
Do you know you're not where you're normally at?
What?
Oh,
What?
I was.
Mr.
I spent
Curtis?
so long cleaning
Is
the
it really
classroom,
you?
and then you didn't show up. I was so. Oh, jeez. They told me they had moved you all the way out here to Goldenrod. I had to come all the way here. Oh, so jeez.
Mr. Curtis, how are you alive?
Where have you been?
You're okay. I'm not a murderer.
How did this happen?
I mean, I never was.
I just told you I was at class back at the Saffron City Learning Center. I was cleaning class like I do always before class.
But you died. You straight up died.
Man.
Something happened and you just fell over and broke. It was no one's direct responsibility, but you fell
you know
over.
what? I'm doing it. I'm giving him a hug. Get over here.
Oh, Professor, please.
I miss you so much. I had to move all these boxes by myself.
Professor,
Can I get in?
Come in here.
Get in here. Get in here.
Oh, come on.
All right.
Is that web? Is that web? What is that?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Web. Okay,
okay.
I'm back up. You know what?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Let's take it from the top.
hit it, Portia.
Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, welcome back.
Thank you,
Please say
Professor.
hello. Tell
Professor,
us your journey.
Yeah, well, I was, I woke up this morning. And I went to the class, 12 hours ahead of time, like I typically do, and scrubbed the floor with the toothbrush, and got everything dusted and ready. Set your books on the desk just like you normally like them, with the sheets of paper hanging out. And yeah.
Oh yeah, to make it look just a little bit, messy, but also slightly organized. I think that's exactly what I said.
A messy genius, you might say, such as yourself, Professor.
Yeah, I think that is exactly what I said.
But enough about me, please, Professor.
So wait, hold on. Do you remember anything from like before this morning? What's before this morning? What's the last thing you remember?
Regular everyday care and love for my home Spinnerack colony, and of course our previous lessons at the Saffron City Learning Center.
What was the last lesson you remember, Mr.
Yeah, what's the last lesson you remember?
Well, it was about Mew, the legendary Pokemon Mew.
Wow.
Do you remember dying?
Dying? I
Yeah, you remember that? We watched you die.
It was
awful.
I never died. What are you talking about? I'm here, right in front of you, Corbin. That doesn't make any sense. Speaking of which, please, Professor, introduce our student. In class.
Don't ever tell me what to do.
Please, Professor, forgive me, Professor, please.
All right, I just want to make sure you remember your place.
I'm sorry.
Right, remember his place. Welcome back. Glad you're alive. Remember your place.
I am gonna introduce Corbin, but I'm doing it because I want to do it, and not because Mr. Hurst told me to.
Of course.
Also joining us here today is our young trainer in training, Corbin. Corbin, if you could please say hello to everybody.
Oh, Professor, it feels so good to be in class, and honestly, a fresh start. And it does feel good. It is a little bit sad.
It's a brand new
whole
attitude.
new world. I feel a lot better knowing that he's not, that I didn't, it's not like I did, kill him before, but it's good to know for certain that, there's no death at all. So maybe we can contact the Officer Jennings and let them know.
You know what?
We can contact Channel 12 News and say, hey, you don't have to stop. You can stop trying to interview me constantly. I didn't kill this man.
I think we should kind of keep this quiet. I think we should kind of keep it under wraps. And I think because people are going to start asking a lot of questions that we don't know the answers to. All right.
So
I think
none
we
of
should
the
look this gift Rapidash in the mouth. I think we should just, take this opportunity as a great chance to explore the Johto region, especially when we're about to start talking about all these Johto Pokemon. All right.
So none of our 3 million or so listeners, you guys can't tell anybody. Okay, don't tell anybody. Mr. Curtis is back.
Of course.
Yeah, keep it a secret, please.
Special thanks to Willie for getting me across the regions in about 10 minutes. That was quite.
How did? Oh, I guess.
Okay, Rapidash does not go that fast.
Yeah. Curtis. Also, wouldn't Rapidash have to climb a waterfall?
I mean, you guys have never. I mean, I guess you have met Wobbly Legs Willie. My Rapidash.
Definitely did.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, he's capable of many great feats. That's what makes him amazing.
Well, I mean, he has 4?
He has 4 feats.
I think he has 4 feats. Is that many?
And he knows how to use them.
Okay. All right. Hey, before we get into the lesson in earnest, we do have a very, very important announcement to make.
Ooh, like what, Professor?
We have a new class president.
I accept. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Not you, Corbin. It's not you.
Shh, Corbin, please let the professor.
We have a new class president that has been voted on by our virtual students. Which is a much better method than what we were using before, which I believe was just randomly selecting. Yes.
Professor, I would like to announce it as former and first class president. I'd like to announce this. Thank you.
You know what? Go for it if you want to.
Guys, we have a new class president. So, out of the 3 million or so people that are virtual students that are listening,
wait. Drum roll.
Oh,
don't worry. Our new Portia will edit that in post.
No, she doesn't need to. I got this. That's my drum roll. Out of the several million virtual students,
not that many.
Only one has come out on top, and out of 120 votes, our new class president, with a third of the votes,
really slapping his face,
is Vespa. Woo! Give it up for Vespa, a valued member. Triumphant horns. Oh, I love it. A very valued member of our virtual class, Vespa. We appreciate you. Yes. Welcome to the class presidency. Good to have you.
Well earned.
And if you didn't vote, that's on you.
Yeah. You can't say not my president.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't say not my president because you didn't vote, and
you didn't vote. Now, if you voted for somebody else, I guess you could say not my president.
Right, exactly.
All right. So, Corbin, do you want to continue and say what the roles of the class president are, what they get?
Yeah. Okay. So for our new class president, as a reminder for Vespa, we would love a official presidential address from you to the students for us to read in class. We would love that. But with being class president, you will receive a special Discord role that's going to let everybody know. Your name's going to be highlighted, and everybody's going to know in our Discord, which you can get to in the description, that you are the class president. And also, as class president, you will have the Professor's Assistant Patreon tier free of charge. So,
free of charge while you're the class president.
While you're the class president, You get all the cool perks of being a professor's assistant on Patreon completely free, so you can listen to the Q&As, the outtakes. You get to see Mr. Curtis's impeccable drawings, which, by the way, who has been posting that the last 6 weeks since Mr. Curtis has been dead?
I mean, I would never miss any of my deadlines to release lessons. Were you or
deadlines on
yeah,
this.
my wonderful drawings. Of course, I would never let the class down. You know, those never were late ever.
Even from the afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You could, in death.
You know, you could learn a thing or two about commitment from Mr. Curtis, Corbin. Okay. So we'll Vespa, please send us your presidential address as soon as you can. Take your time. But when you get the chance, send it to us. And also let us know I guess the best method of giving you this Patreon tier, I guess.
We'll figure it out.
That was clean.
Mm-hmm. That was clean.
We can use that. We can use all of that. But yeah. So great. Hey, great work, Corbin.
Hey, thanks, Professor.
Really
appreciate that. Thank you.
So I think we generally have this for 6 months or so.
Every 6 months is a new election.
Every 6 months, but I think we were a little bit late this time. So let's see here. That puts us into February of next year?
Oh, I think so.
February of next year. So,
but don't
also,
worry.
Kaysen, you had a good run.
Yeah,
buddy.
Yeah, excellent.
Great job.
Truly one for the books. This will go down in history for sure.
But fear not if you didn't win this time, because when we do it again in February, we will open the list up again and give you guys an announcement where you can put in your pitches for your role for the next round of voting.
Your running platform, if you will.
Yes.
And sorry, Kaysen and Corbin.
Sorry.
And Vespa, you cannot run again. Sorry. It's a one time.
Oh.
Yes, you are out of the running now.
Yeah, I usually bike anywhere anyway, so that's fine.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Here. Long live the prez.
Here. Long live the president.
Long live the prez.
Long live President Vespa.
Long live the Vest. All right. Everybody, focus up. It's time to do what we do best, and that is talk about Pokemon. Does anybody know who we're talking about today?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
We're in a new region.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new lineage of Pokemon.
But you still got to catch them all and be the best that you can be.
But you still got to catch them all, and it's a new world here.
Yeah.
So this is our first Johto Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure, yeah. If you want to look at it like that.
So it's got to be
Decidueye. It's of course Decidueye.
There it is.
No. it's Girafarig, right?
I wish he stayed dead. It's not.
What happened?
It's not Girafarig. It is a grass type though, so Mr. Curtis, I guess, was the closest without he did go over, I guess. It's not.
Oh, but it's Leafeon then.
It's not leaf. It's a grass type. Therefore, it must be Leafeon.
Thank you. That's my train of thought.
There are no other grass types.
Grass type. Therefore, equal sign, greater than sign.
Is there more? Is there more to that?
No, therefore, and then Leafeon. I'm sorry, I left the Leafeon part of that out. I'm sorry, Professor.
Wow. He said it. He said it in his brain. It didn't make it into his mouth.
It just. I'm.
Mr. Curtis, good to have you back. Don't ever change.
Never change.
Sawaddle.
Never change.
Sawaddle. It might be Sawaddle, right?
It's not a bug.
Who's
type.
Sawaddle? That's not a Pokemon.
Sawaddle. Yeah.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it though.
That's what you do to a baby.
I mean, I think that's where the name comes from.
It's the pupil form of Levany.
Oh, it's a student.
Pupa form.
Oh, okay.
I used the wrong word. I apologize.
Yeah, Sawaddle, it evolves into Swadloon.
So is it any of these, Professor?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay. Is it, it's that one. It's the one with the leaf on its head.
I'll take it. We're learning about Chikorita.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
We're learning about Chikorita today, also known as the Leaf Pokemon. Has anybody seen a Chikorita before? They are pretty rare. I mean, they are the quote-unquote starter Pokemon, or one of the 3 starter Pokemon in the Johto region, so
I have not. They're very rare, so
Yeah.
I actually have not seen one in person yet.
Okay, Mr. Curtis. I mean, of course you have because
Yes, I mean I've taken this class before, but I don't see it very often out in in the world in the wild.
Oh yeah, I mean they are extremely rare. But I mean I have one here. Professor what's his name? Elm? Is that the guy here?
Elm. Oh, I love
he
Professor Elm.
he did stop by and greet me when I moved to this classroom.
Oh, that was very gracious.
Oh, he just left me a note.
Yeah. I think Professor Oak sent him a letter saying, "Watch out for this guy."
Yeah, he just sent me a note. Didn't get the chance to see me face to face, but maybe soon.
Maybe soon. Did he spell your name right?
Korbin, I think is how he spelled it. I don't think that's right.
That's pretty close. What did the note say?
That's private. That's for me. Okay.
What did it say, Corbin?
It just said sorry for your loss.
And then actually I remember you did show it to me. And then there was after loss, there was a question mark, which is weird. It's like he wasn't sure if you had a loss recently.
Right. I mean,
he was kind of going. He was like, "Sorry for your loss."
Well, Mr. Curtis and I have a love-hate, so it's kind of hard to tell whether or not I was missing
Well,
something.
Yeah, I don't know if he actually knew about Mr. Curtis at all. I don't know if they told him about Mr. Curtis.
Well, I
Probably for the
mean,
best.
Professor Elm seems like a pretty cool guy. His assistants, speak very highly of him. So I'm sure
He's kind of a nerd, but he is cool.
So you've met his assistants, Mr.
yeah, they're
Curtis?
part of the Interregional Society of Assistants to Professionalism.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course,
Right, of
That's
course.
great. What are their names?
That would be Butters and Frederick are the two.
Butters, huh?
Butters and
Is
Frederick.
that a nickname or is that
Did somebody legally name this assistant Butters?
No, that's his Arceus given name. I mean,
Wow.
yeah,
Arceus gave him that name?
Arceus given name. That's just the way they do it here in the Johto region. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, sorry. I guess I didn't realize that how common of a name Butters was in the Johto region.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm clearly not familiar with the culture here.
I'll
Yeah.
introduce you. He's a pretty cool guy.
Apparently if you go to a coffee shop and say, "Hey, this one's for Butters," like 10 people turn their heads. You know?
Yeah, man, you can't spit without hitting a Butters.
Oh, don't spit on Butters. He's such a nice
Well,
guy.
I'm not doing it entirely. I guess it's good that the weather is a little bit cooler here overall in the Johto region because you don't want all those butters melting all over the place. Okay, all right.
Can't
Hey,
spit without hitting a Butters. That's good. That's a good shirt.
who wants to see a Chikorita?
I do.
All right, here we go. Here is a Chikorita.
Oh, she is very, very sweet. She's beautiful.
Wow, you were able to tell it was a female right away.
Yeah, something about the leaf. I don't know. I could just tell. Oh my God. Hello there. Hi, little chicky baby.
Are you getting a whiff of that?
Oh,
Yeah, very soothing, right?
Ooh, that smells good.
Very nice.
Oh my good golly gracious. That smells delicious. Oh, it smells
Delicious.
Ooh.
It smells delicious.
Ah,
let's get
smells so
some
good.
descriptions going for Chikorita. What do we see? What do we see here?
It's got 4 stubby legs.
Mr. Curtis, please raise your hand. I know we've been out of
Oh,
class for a while, but
it's
yes, Mr. Curtis. Yes, what do you see?
of 4 legs, Professor.
Okay, all right, very good. Corbin, I see your hand is raised. What do you see?
Yes. Okay, so I see the cutest tail that Arceus has ever created on its butt. And
It does have a little nubbin, doesn't it?
it does, but it's got these little nub things around its neck. They look like little I don't know, like baby plants or something.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, but they're
And
It's
it's
like
got
very cool.
a really long leaf on top of its head.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
that is
love
very
the leaf.
important. I will overlook the fact that you did not raise your hand again, Mr. Curtis.
So rude.
But it is, yes, that big leaf on its head is a very, very important part. And it does kind of, harken back to the very first Pokemon that we ever discussed, which was...
Bulbasaur.
Deciduous.
Very good.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Curtis. Now, hold on, everybody, hold on. What was the thinking behind saying Decidui? Did you if you honestly truly believe that we've already talked about Decidueye, why do you say Decidueye every single time I ask what Pokemon it is?
Mr. Curtis, come on.
I don't know, Professor. I wasn't thinking. I just always I don't know. That's the one I always come to in my mind. So
all right.
I know.
Well,
listen,
now.
I know we've talked about Decidueye before.
No.
Right, but in one of your previous 7.
Yeah, one of the previous
7th
iterations. So you're right. So it wouldn't make any sense.
This is your 7th time taking this course. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
We just want to make sure. What were we saying? No. Oh, yes, Bulbasaur. It harkens back to Bulbasaur, because Bulbasaur has a what?
A bulba.
Yes, a bulb growing on its back. So it's another kind of, it seems to be a trait of a lot of grass-type Pokemon, as they have some kind of plant growing on them somewhere.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah,
so cute.
You know,
I have a name in mind.
Let's.
And I think it fits perfectly. I want to name it Kaliko, who is one of our patrons on Patreon. It feels like a Kaliko. I don't know. Like Kaliko is just a cute name. Look, Kaliko. See? She loves it.
Almost as cute as Calico.
No, she jumped in the air because you yelled it and scared her, Corbin.
No, she seemed like she was having fun with it. Kaliko.
She jumped in the air and ran back 10 feet.
It's just such it rolls off the tongue. It just it's got a little snap to it, little pop, little ooh, Kaliko. Ooh.
Okay, you know what? I'll stick with Kaliko. I do like Kaliko as a name for this Chikorita. Okay,
beautiful.
All right. Is there anything else we want to talk about before I put Kalika back into her Pokeball?
Oh, she just smells so good. Can you keep her out?
No, again, not in class. Are you talking? No.
You know what? I like the soothing effect that it has, so we'll leave Kalika out for a little bit.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. All right. Let's start reading the Pokedex entries. So we actually don't have any Kanto region Pokedex entries.
What?
Oh,
Professor! Did you leave it back at the Saffron City? I can go back to the Saffron City Center.
Yeah, go grab it real quick.
Okay. All right. Bye,
no.
Professor.
Oh wait. Oh.
Don't worry, he'll get there and realize that there actually aren't any Kanto.
So he's just gonna be gone the whole time.
And there really aren't many Pokedex entries at all for Chikorita, unfortunately. And all the ones that we have kind of just talk about one specific thing. It's a real Caterpie and Weedle scenario.
Even for a starter, that's kind of surprising.
I know, it's a little bit disappointing, but I think going forward in the other evolutions, we'll see a little bit more information.
Professor, I'm back. Sorry, Professor.
Whoa, hold on. You did not go all the way to Kanto.
No, I didn't. I forgot. I boarded Willie, and he's kind of burnt out today after running all the way over here before. So I'll have to go back tomorrow, Professor. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Don't bother. There's no entries from the Kanto region.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't run all the way back then.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you had wasted your time? Wow.
And when you waste your time, you're wasting my time.
Yes,
and
of course,
that's a no-no. And then more importantly, you're wasting my time. And that's bad.
Wow, that's not that important.
I got places to be. I'm in a new city. There's a lot of trouble I can get into.
Well, I am your legal guardian while you're here, Corbin. So I'm in charge of you.
No.
Yes,
that's not. That's
Listen,
not
I have a note signed by your father here. You can see the Mr. Mime. He just put his handprint.
Oh, that's not. Oh, he doesn't. I have told him he's not my dad.
And then your mom also signed it below.
It's a notarized handprint. That's definitely him.
Yeah. Your mom notarized it.
Oh, come on.
So I am your legal guardian while we're here in the Johto region. So hey, you better behave. I'll push you off a cliff.
Oh, fine, Dad. Professor.
Whoa.
I almost called the teacher Dad. What a loser. Let's take his lunch money.
Hey. Don't do that. Don't do that. Dad, stop. Professor, stop them.
He did it again. Give him a wedgie.
Oh, no, please stop. I'm so confused. I thought you're my guardian.
All right. Enough messing around. Let's read some Pokedex entries.
It's just some tough love.
All right. So starting off in the Johto region, the first entry here says, A sweet aroma gently wafts from the leaf on its head. It is docile and loves to soak up the sun's rays.
Me too.
Yeah, docile. Docile. What does that mean? What does that tell you?
It's chill.
Okay, yes. It is chill. Anything else?
It's photosensitive, Professor.
Well, yeah, so the soaking up the sun's rays, sure. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's I guess it is photosensitive, but yeah, I guess. You know what? I'll take it. I was more talking about the docile part.
Oh, okay. All right.
I am also very sensitive.
We know. It doesn't like to get into fights is the main thing. Is the
that's what I
main
meant.
thing here.
Oh, Professor, you're right.
That's what I was implying by it's chill.
Hey, Professor,
sorry.
When you're right, you're right, Professor.
And when I'm left, I'm also right.
That's right.
What about when he's wrong?
He's right.
You take that back.
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, he had good reason for it.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, I mean, like the main, like, so a lot like, you know, a Caterpie or something, right? This really isn't the Pokemon you want to be throwing into battle, right? It doesn't enjoy fighting. I think.
Right.
I mean, we talked about a couple of other Pokemon that are pretty docile too, right?
Sure, yeah, there's a good number of them, right?
I think, was Pidgey one? Pidgey does not like to get into fights, if I recall.
I think
correctly.
Pidgey is also
Caterpie's pretty
chill.
docile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Caterpie's a lover, for sure.
Not a fighter.
Not a fighter.
It doesn't have the brains for it.
No, it doesn't. Me neither.
But yeah, so yeah, I think this is common for unevolved Pokemon. They generally don't like to get into fights. The next entry here says, its pleasantly aromatic leaves have the ability to check the humidity and temperature.
Okay, aromatic means it smells good, right?
I think just that it has a smell. I don't think it necessarily means smells good. Now, the word pleasantly in front of it does mean...
Kaliko smelled very good.
The word pleasantly in front of it does indicate that it smells good, but...
Yes.
Aromatic in itself just means that it has an odor.
I think there are plenty of people that would consider like a gloom to be pretty aromatic.
Right. I think everybody would agree that gloom is aromatic.
They stink.
But not in a pleasant way.
Yes, absolutely. Some people do, those weirdos.
Oh yeah.
Not me. Not me.
No. Okay, and the last entry here from the Johto region says, it loves to bask in the sunlight. It uses the leaf on its head to seek out warm places. Yeah. Pretty good.
I mean, yeah. It tracks.
It tracks. Moving on to the Hoenn region. First entry says, in battle, Chikorita waves its leaf around to keep the foe at bay. However, a sweet fragrance also wafts from the leaf, becalming the battling Pokemon and creating a cozy, friendly atmosphere all around.
It's like, hey, man, I just want to hang. I don't want to fight. I'm a lover.
And then the other Pokemon's like, dang, Chikorita, you're so chill.
I don't even want to fight anymore.
I want to be chill too.
This battlefield is like really cozy. Have you guys noticed that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's the best place to be. Chilling on a battlefield with a Chikorita wafting its fumes towards you. I can't imagine a better place to be.
How much money do you think it would take for you to still punch a Chikorita, even though you smell its becalming aroma?
I don't know, a lot. They're very sweet. They're very cute.
Like,
what's a lot? So I'm 10. I'm 10 years old. So I don't. Money is not really a concept I understand yet. So I mean, is $70 a lot? It sounds like it.
What are dollars?
I don't know.
One Spinnerack egg.
You would you would punch a Chikorita in the face for one Spinnerack egg.
Yes. Yep.
Don't
for
you
my
have
babies,
millions?
Don't listen, Kaliko. Don't listen.
For my babies, I will do anything.
Wow. Yeah, we are starting to upset Kaliko.
But it wouldn't be your baby if you don't have it yet.
Oh, so, okay. So the Chikorita is holding his Spinnerack egg.
Well, like
hostage.
no, somebody is going to give you like, oh, if you punch this Chikorita, you will get this egg. But the thing is, if Mr. Curtis, like, it's not his egg yet. It's not his egg until he punches it. So you said you do anything for your babies. It's not your baby until you punch it. So
all Spinnerack eggs are Curtis's eggs.
That's right.
Well, I don't think so. I think that's a little weird.
You're right. Sorry for insinuating that Mr. Curtis might be a little bit weird.
I'm weird? No.
He's a lot of it weird.
You're nuts.
Whatever you say, Professor.
All right, I say you're weird. Okay, that one Pokedex entry does it for the Hoenn region. Let's move on to the Sinnoh region, and then after Sinnoh, we're pretty much done with the regional Pokedex entries.
You're kidding.
I'm not. I'm not kidding.
You're joking.
No, but we do have a couple of unique Pokedex entries to read.
Okay. Either way, it sounds like it's going to be a really easy lesson, and I can see doing 2 lessons a week now. Who's with me?
No. Cut that out. Do not dangle that in front of people.
Portia, cut it out.
Cut it out, Portia.
Portia, get it out of here.
And I know some of you might be like, wait, how is Portia still your editor? Because Portia can teleport in between all the different branches of the Saffron City Learning Center.
Right, yeah. Portia's digital. You could just email her to this facility. It's easy.
Yeah, and we did. I actually put her onto a USB drive before.
Well, if you listen to the Porygon episode, you'd learn about how.
This
is not a television
That's weird.
series.
It's weird that you said episode. You must have really got something knocked around in your brain when you got turned to stone.
The Porygon
got him.
Instructional video episode on how to get a Porygon out of your computer. We print it, right? So we printed Portia and we mailed her in the mail and we sent her over here. We scanned her back in. I mean,
Professor, you didn't do anything. You were dead.
I mean, I wasn't dead.
This is wishful thinking. He just explained that he used the thumb drive, Mr. Curtis.
Yeah. Well, actually, what I did was I put Portia onto a thumb drive, brought that thumb drive to a fax machine, and then faxed the Goldenrod City Learning Center branch to the Saffron City Learning Center. And then when I got here, I grabbed that fax, and then I scanned that fax into a computer, and then that's how we got Portia into the GCLC BOTSCLC.
So you faxed the fax from the Saffron City Learning Center to the Goldenrod City Learning Center branch of the Saffron City Learning Center.
Yeah,
is that correct?
And then what did I do?
And then you printed her out.
Okay, then no, I faxed her, and then I took that fax and then did what with it?
Scanned it right back.
Because now I just have a picture of a Porygon.
Now, okay, you scanned it back in, and then now she'll
not
be
just
on the
any Porygon, Portia.
Okay? Right, of course, of Portia, and now she's in our new system at the Goldenrod City Learning Center branch of the Saffron City Learning Center.
Yeah, the GCLC BOTSCLC.
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta practice saying that.
We gotta have merch with that on.
I know. Merch for a classroom?
You're right. No one will care.
It's cool. It's called school swag. I swag it up for this school every day.
If you ever say that again, I'm going to turn myself to stone.
I guess I can't have school spirit.
No, it just doesn't sound cool when you say swag, Mr. Curse. It sounds cool when I say it because I'm young and hip. Swag.
All right, guys. I'm looking at the hoot hoot that they gave us to be the clock in the classroom, and we really got to pick this up. We're getting close to the end of class.
Hey there, fella! I didn't know you were there. Hi, what's your name? What does that say underneath the? There's something.
It does have underneath his bow tie. He does have.
Underneath his bow tie, he does have a little name tag.
What does it say?
I can't. Hold on. Let me get a little bit closer.
I can't read it quite.
Lex. Okay.
Lex.
Hi, Lex. Hi.
Oh, and it does say that it does in an even smaller text below that. Hold on. It says that it's short. That's short for Rolex, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like a clock. It's
like
good to know.
Clock. Well, hi there, Mr. Rolex / Lex. Let's go with Lex. Hi, Lex.
He's doing his job. All right. Let's not
distract
him. Yeah.
Sorry.
Him doing his job. All right.
Are we running behind Lex? Oh, sorry.
Stop distracting. What did I just tell you?
How about now?
Corbin?
Still running.
Corbin, sit.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Lex is very cute.
Listen, we'll talk more about Lex during the hoot hoot lesson. All right.
I literally thought that was a statue this entire time. I didn't know that was real.
Well, he's been rocking his head back and forth. That's how I know what time it is. I've been counting every single time.
It was like a doll or something.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. Let's read this Sinnoh Pokedex entry. It uses the leaf on its head to determine the temperature and humidity. It loves to sunbathe.
Oh, me too.
All right. I mean, that's it's already information that we've had. And there's nothing new from the Unova region. It just copies what they do in Sinnoh. Yeah, Kalos copies previous entries, and there's just nothing from the Alola, Galar, or Paldean regions.
Wow.
I know. It's honestly a Pokemon forgotten, truly.
That's
poor
lame.
little Kalika here.
Oh, Kalika, I'll never forget you. You're so sweet.
I kind of like you better if you had a little bug in you, but you're pretty cute.
All right, so that does it for the regional Pokedex entries. Let's read some unique Pokedex entries. The first two come to us from Ash's Pokedex. The first one says, Chikorita, the Leaf Pokemon. Chikorita releases a sweet, relaxing fragrance from the leaf on its head. And the next one says, Chikorita, the Leaf Pokemon. Chikorita emit pleasant aromas from the leaves on their heads, and they love to sunbathe.
Yeah, they do.
And then the next regional or unique Pokedex entry comes to us from Dawn's Pokedex. It says, Chikorita, the Leaf Pokemon. Chikorita uses the leaf on its head to scan for warmth and humidity in its surroundings, and loves to sunbathe.
Dawn just has so much to say. You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
That was Dawn's Pokedex, not Dawn. She did not write it. It's just something that the Pokedex that she owns said.
But it sounds like something Dawn would say. You know what I mean?
that Pokedex entry had so much Dawn energy.
Oh, it did. It's giving Dawn.
it's giving Dawn. All right. Hey, that does it for all of the Pokedex entries on Chikorita. Does anybody still have any questions? Anything they want to know that wasn't answered?
Does it die if you light the leaf on fire? Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
I don't know, Corbin. Do you die if we light your hair on fire?
No, but this is also very different.
Is it?
Yes.
Do you not use your hair to locate warm and dry locations?
No, I do not do that.
Oh.
My hair is usually underneath my hat.
Mr. Curtis, you told me that he did that.
I'm sorry, Professor. His hair has just got so much energy to it. I just assumed.
Thank you. That's very kind.
It stands up just like his father.
Just like his dad does.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
Like little like from left and right sides, it kind of just springs right out.
See, this is why I wear a hat most days, because you guys make fun of my hair. Okay?
How are we making fun of it?
I don't appreciate being compared to Mr. Mime.
To your father?
He's not my dad. He's not my dad.
I mean, if you think about it, he's all of our dads.
Maybe I can walk over to the radio tower after class today and try to radio my real father and find him.
So you're going to break into the radio tower. And you're going. This is some real Team Rocket's actions that you got going on here. That's
we all know
Team Rocket
that happened.
would do.
That's already happened once, many years ago. I get it. Okay, we've all read about it in history class. But with that being said, I'm just going to ask nicely.
Okay, yeah, they'll probably let you. Give that a shot, and let me know next week how that went. I mean, even though I'm your legal guardian, I will not be checking up on you between classes.
That's your homework for next time.
Okay, try to ask the radio tower if I can use a radio to radio my real father. You got it. Sounds good.
Okay, sounds great. Before we move on to my favorite part of the lesson, as you all know, which
and my least favorite.
Well, it could be a poem. You don't know.
Oh, ooh!
Oh, Professor, don't leave me hanging.
Yes.
We do have an essay here for Chikorita, so I'm going to read that real quick. It comes to us from our aspiring researcher Kelp.
Ooh,
so
Kelp.
They start off the Gengar mail by saying, "Hello, Professor Jacob. I am done working on my Chikorita essay and eagerly awaiting the end of our summer break.
Here it is.
I hope that Mr. Curtis is doing well. Hopefully
he's not.
You can utilize Gengar docs, but otherwise I have also copy and pasted the text for your convenience. Thank you. I'm just going to read what's here in the Gengar mail. I believe that we also got a previous essay from Kelp, and they were in the running for class president, so
ooh,
hey, didn't make it this time around, but maybe next time.
Better luck next time.
All right, so their essay says, Chikorita is a Pokemon given to starting trainers in the Johto region by Professor Elm. It is a quadrupedal Pokemon with a stubby tail. Their skin ranges from yellow to light green, and their eyes are dark red or brown. It has buds growing in a ring around its neck. Well, I think we're all buds here.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
Yeah, come over here, Corbin.
Yeah.
Come on.
Again, we have to. Okay, all right.
I'm gonna stay over here.
Okay.
While you guys are doing that, I'm going to keep reading. It has buds growing in a ring around its neck, which are dark green. It also has a large leaf sprouting from the top of its head, which is used to absorb sunlight, similarly to Bulbasaur. Great connections there.
Yes.
This leaf is also known to be used for checking air temperature and humidity. I theorize that this is primarily used to find a suitable location to sunbathe or drink. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good theory. It does say in the Pokedex that it does use the... Actually, you know what? I don't think it does specifically say that it uses its leaf to find a location to sunbathe, so...
Oh.
So, you know what? Excellent theory. Mr. Kirsch, you did smack your lips like you were about to say something.
I was decided to hold my tongue, but I mean, I guess I was going to say it does say that it likes to sunbathe where it's warm, and the leaf, as we all know, the leaf helps them track temperature. So
leaf does good at finding warm.
It's a good thing you didn't say that, Mr. Curtis. It's a good thing you held your 5-foot tongue.
well, there it was.
Don't ever do that again.
He shot it out like a the crap. What's that Pokemon?
I can't wait to find out what it is.
Like a croaky?
No.
It's Froakie, not Croaky.
I don't know what Croaky is. It's not Froakie.
Like a Trico.
No. Kecleon. That's it.
Kecleon.
Like a Kecleon.
Or a Lickitung. Or just a Lickitung. I mean,
no. I said Kecleon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, Kelp goes on to say, perhaps most well known is that a Chikorita's leaf also releases a pleasant and soothing scent. I personally have a Chikorita, and she smells like an Aspir berry. Chikorita are known to swing their leaves around in order to keep foes at bay, often releasing some of its soothing fragrance in the process, calming down all Pokemon participating in the battle, and creating a cozy, friendly atmosphere all around, presumably dissipating the battle as a result. Interestingly, despite being most known as one of the quote-unquote starter Pokemon from Johto, Chikorita cannot be found naturally in Johto. There have, however, been reported sightings in Sinnoh's Grand Underground, or on Route 2 of the Melee Islands in Alola. I haven't been there.
I'm not either. It sounds fun.
Maybe Professor Palm knows something about that.
Maybe.
Through the use of Island Scan, and only on Fridays. Very, very particular.
Very specific.
According to my research, this was a limited release app for a Rotom Pokedex, which let you scan one of the Alolan Islands for rare Pokemon that would not usually be found there. Okay, so Kelp is doing research on rare Pokedex apps.
Right, and ways to catch rare Pokemon in the wild.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Sure. Professor Birch is known to present a choice between a Chikorita, Cyndaquil, or Totodile to trainers who have either entered the Hoenn Hall of Fame or completed the Hoenn Pokedex.
Okay.
He's like, oh, you did it. You found all the Hoenn Pokemon. Have a Johto Pokemon.
Have a Johto Pokemon. Get started.
Yeah, get started. You got a long way to go. Chikorita has the odd gender ratio of 7 males to each female, a trait shared with all other Pokemon regularly given to beginning trainers by professors. They are in the grass and monster egg groups, which we all know is the best method of categorizing Pokemon. That's me adding that in. That was not written by Kelp. And are roughly...
Of course.
2 feet 11 inches or 0.9 meters and 14.1 pounds or 6.4 kilograms on average. Most Chikorita have the overgrow ability, shared with all other grass-type quote-unquote starters, although a few have been found with the Leaf Guard ability. That's all from aspiring researcher Kelp. See you soon.
That's it.
Wait, he's gonna see us soon? Wait, where are you?
When have we ever seen you at all?
Oh God. How do you know?
Stay away from this class.
No, it's okay. They're a virtual student. They're allowed to come in the class.
Well, no, they didn't sign up for the in-person class. Okay.
Oh, that is
If
true.
you sign up for virtual,
there's a different waiver.
You have to go to virtual. Okay. There's no mixing of the classes. Okay.
Right. You cannot come in person. Kelp, I'm so sorry.
All right. So, even though the Pokedex entries were quite sparse on Chikorita, I was able to craft a pop quiz.
Woohoo!
So, go ahead and get out your. Okay.
No.
Yes.
After all this time and all this fun, and after a wonderful summer break, you're gonna make me come back to a quiz?
Yeah.
Professor?
Well, I mean,
The best thing that could possibly happen in class.
So you came back from summer break to what now?
What?
What did you come back to after summer
I came
break?
back to class.
Oh,
but-
class. Oh, interesting. Where
we could do
where
fun
you learn.
things and
Where you
Right,
learn
but
and
you
you
can learn-
take tests. That's so weird how
you
you're
can learn-
here in school.
you can
ready
learn in a
for
fun
that
way.
Quiz.
And what's more fun than a pop quiz? I don't see you getting your Rotom
poem.
laptop
A
out.
poem.
I don't see
Professor,
you getting your Rotom
My
laptop
hands up,
out.
Professor.
Yes,
Fine,
Mr.
I'm
Curtis.
getting it.
Nothing. Nothing is more fun than a quiz.
Nothing is more fun than a pop quiz. Thank you.
I challenge that. A poem is 100 times more fun.
I don't know about that.
How about you just try out this pop quiz and see if it doesn't, if it isn't a real just a hoot and a holler.
It may not be for me, but we'll try it.
Okay. All right. Question number 1. What is Chikorita's favorite pastime? All right, you guys ready? You kind of just been
Yes.
staring at me for the last like 10 minutes. I haven't
Professor,
said anything.
I am ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
Professor, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, I was waiting for you guys to say something to me.
I had
but
I had my
silence was
hand up.
getting
You said I
deafening.
couldn't talk if I didn't have my hand up.
You didn't have your hand up. You had you had the fake hand that you used to scratch your back.
Ew.
Oh, I thought you saw that, Professor. I'm sorry.
No, I assumed that you were getting ready, you were getting primed and ready to scratch your back.
Oh, I love it when I scratch my back.
All right. So now that we're in our new region, let's switch things up. Let's hear from let's read Corbin's answer first.
Sure. Sounds good.
All right. So Corbin says, sitting in the warm sunlight.
Yes.
Okay, sure, yeah. And then Mr. Curtis says their pastime of choice is to spend time in the sun? Question mark. Bathe? Question mark. The dark is much better to bathe, in my opinion. Now,
Oh, weird.
Now, Mr. Curtis, you have provided me with a question. Is this your answer, or are you
I'm
asking
sorry.
me a question?
It doesn't seem like you
No,
know,
no.
so therefore it's
Well,
wrong.
no. It's they sunbathe, but like they're like seriously like their pastime is sunbathing. Like dark bathing is much better than sunbathing.
I don't know if that's clear in your answer, though.
It's pretty
Okay.
unclear, but you know what?
I apologize.
I get it. I understand him. So yeah, so he gets the point. Now Corbin,
Yes.
sitting in the warm sunlight, is that the same thing as sunbathing?
That is absolutely the same thing as sunbathing.
I don't
please.
know. Listen, I
That
really
is definitely sunbathing.
more than
That counts.
anything, I want to be fair and equitable here.
Fair. Yes, please. Fair and equitable.
Play the music, Portia.
Play it, Portia. Right. So with that being said, I think you should. I think you should do.
All right, you know what? It's the first day back. I'm gonna give you the points, but you are on thin ice, buddy.
Okay.
Sorry, better watch it.
Very.
Yes.
Very F&E. Very F&E.
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 Pour one out. F1E. F&E.
All right, question number 2. What is a quality of Chikorita's ideal sunbathing spot, and how does it locate such a spot? This is a classic two-parter.
Two for one special.
Two for one
Oh,
special. Yeah.
Professor!
And I know what you're thinking. There is so little information given on Chikorita. How can you waste a question by cramming it into one? All right, let's see. Okay, now I do see Mr. Curtis's hand is raised. All right. So would you like to answer? Would you like me to read your answer first, Mr. Curtis?
Sure, of course, Professor.
Okay, let me see here. You know what? I just have Corbin's open. I'm going to read his first.
That makes
That makes
sense.
sense. That's fair. That's fair.
Corbin says, wants a place that's wide open, I think. locates it using its leaf. All right, now Corbin, is this an answer that you've given me, or are you giving me a question?
Oh, I didn't put a question mark there.
Or so you're giving me a question?
No.
Because if you're asking me something, I'm going to tell you it's wrong.
I didn't ask you. There's no question mark in that answer.
All right. So you think it's a wide open place?
Sure, I'm guessing. I honestly don't remember, but I know that it locates it using its leaf. I do know that.
Okay. Mr. Curtis says their bathing places must be warm. They can use their big head leaf to check the temp and humidity, of course. So it is warm. The answer is warm.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. That's a little see, I thought that was too obvious, so I was like, there's got to be something to it. So then I picked something else.
Hey, there is not much to Chikorita, all right? It likes to be warm, and it likes to sunbathe. And
Kaliko's listening. Kaliko, there's a lot to you. I believe that.
Listen, it's Chikorita's beautiful in its simplicity, but it is a one leaf plant. Okay, I mean
love that.
That's what Chikorita brings to the table,
and that's okay, Kaliko.
T-shirt.
That's a one leaf plant.
That's a one leaf plant.
It's a one leaf plant.
That's good. I love it's like a talk about somebody who's like not all there in the head, like like the lights are on but nobody's home. He's like,
yeah, that Curtis guy, that's a one leaf plant.
listen, that boy, something ain't right about him. That is a one leaf plant.
Oh, straight up
for sure. All right, third question. Being a docile Pokemon, Chikorita tends to avoid fights. How does it achieve this? Okay, all right. Welcome back into the classroom. Sorry, I stepped out for a second.
Professor, it was so scary in here without you. Please don't ever leave me again.
I felt fine.
Listen, I would pat you on the head, but I don't want to get sticky.
That's fair.
All right. So do you guys have your answers ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here what Corbin says. He says it waves its leaf like, hello, friend.
Yep.
You're gonna stick with that answer? I'll give you one chance now to change your answer if you want to.
No, it's what it does.
Okay.
I think that's part of it.
All right. And then Mr. Curtis says, by being smelly, in all capitals. Smelly, so good, from the leaf, make all the Pokemons in battle so cozy and buddies. Yes, absolutely.
But it does wave, though. It does wave.
Technically by the letter, that is what it does. You didn't really give me the reason why that protects it from battle.
I remember hearing that it did wave.
Oh, wait. Do you think it literally just waves and that prevents the Pokemon from...
I thought it... I mean, I knew it had something to do with smell as well, but I was like, I thought it did wave. Like, excuse me. I thought it did wave its leaf around. Right? It says like, "Hey, let's chill."
No,
like, it literally says the.
All right, well then you do not get points from that because that is not the case.
But it literally says it chills them out. Like it tells them like, "Hey, it's all good" by waving its leaf around.
Okay, these are things that you said. I'm pretty sure.
No.
You know what? It does in battle. Chikorita waves its leaf around to keep the foe at bay.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Professor, you got to be fair and equitable.
In my head, that meant that it was waving its head around to release a scent. But
no, that was just calming it down.
Doesn't the next sentence say something about a fragrance? A fragrance?
Now it says, however, the thing is, it starts the sentence off by saying, however, which makes me think that is just a secondary thing that happens and not the primary intent, right? So let me read the whole thing. In battle, Chikorita waves its leaf around to keep the foe at bay. However, a sweet fragrance also wafts from the leaf, becalming the battling Pokemon and creating a cozy, friendly atmosphere all around.
So it's both. It's both. It waves its leaf around and it creates a, nice smell. It's both. That's what it sounds like to me.
Executive decision? It's both.
Oh.
You both get points. Congratulations.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Fair and equitable there.
Play the music. Play it.
Play it, Portia.
Play the music.
FNE.
Okay.
Professor, you love that music, don't you?
I love that music so much. All right,
God, so
let's move on to question number 4. Are you guys ready? This is
I'm ready.
doozy.
I'm ready.
This one's
I'm
a real
ready.
hard
I'm
one.
ready.
I hope you were listening. I'm paying attention.
I'm down, Professor. Give it to me.
Question number 4. What Pokemon did you see during the break?
Huh?
What Pokemon did you see during the summer break? All right, so let's take a look at these answers. Corbin says Perry a lot. He helped me pack. So did the Mr. Mime that lives with your mom. Oh, your dad? It's weird that you...
No, that's not my dad.
That
he just lives there.
Papa Mime.
You could have just said that my dad helped me.
No, he's not Papa Mime. He just helps.
Papa Mime helped you pack.
No.
And then he also says, and I did see a Miltank on the farm I did see a Miltank farm on the magnet train into Johto. Oh, really?
You did.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really wonderful. There was like 100 at least. It was beautiful.
That's so many. That's so many.
So many.
It was a lot. I mean, it was...
I mean, I know we had, in Kanto region, we had a big problem with 30 to 50 raging Tauruses that were roaming the country.
This was 80 to 100 really chill, utterly awesome milk tanks.
Boo.
Utterly.
Oh, God. Oh, did I say? I meant to say moo.
Okay. Well, all right, continue.
Okay. So yeah, Miltanks. Very good. Very good, Corbin. Man, I miss Perry.
Oh.
Maybe we'll see him again someday. Who knows?
I hope so.
Mr. Curtis says, break. I mean, we just learned about Mew yesterday, but now that you mention it, this is a real, just a stream of conscious kind of answer here. I love it.
No.
But now that you mention it, I did spend some quality time communing with the colony and the Night Mother for a while. Not sure how long, but I did see a few shadows in the dark, I think.
What's a shadow, Professor?
What is a shadow?
Is that a Pokemon? Is that a dark
I don't
type?
know. Mr. Curtis, what is a shadow?
Shadows. That was supposed to be shadows.
Okay.
That's a Kalos pronunciation.
Shadows.
You think you could take your vast knowledge of Pokemon biology and give a guess on what shadows you think those Pokemon were?
I mean, maybe a Mischievous.
Okay, Mr. No, we haven't talked about that yet, Corbin. So yeah, you probably don't know what a Mischievous is.
I do not know.
Let me think. Hold on.
He's thinking. He's thinking. He could have put this in his full answer, but
I could have. Maybe a Treevent.
Okay, so we're getting a lot of ghost type Pokemon. Guess that makes sense. Did you see any rock type Pokemon?
Maybe some a Rune Regis. That's ground, right? Isn't that ghost and ground?
This is so interesting, Professor.
I think it is. I think it is ghost, right? Yeah. What other ghost Pokemon do you know?
I don't care. Please keep going.
Sorry, you're right.
Yes.
Lex is kind of looking at me funny, like I should be wrapping this lesson up. All right, you know what? Thank you. Thanks for keeping me on track, Lex. Okay, so that's gonna do it for today's lesson on Chikorita. I think we're getting back into the groove, getting back into the swing of things. Does anybody know?
Back in the death seat again.
Okay, yes, that's
okay.
Very good.
Sure.
Does anybody know what Pokemon we're going to be talking about next week? It is the evolved form of Chikorita.
Ooh, it is.
Is it a grass type, Professor?
It is not Decidueye.
Oh, Professor!
Did you hear him? It is not.
And yet, it is a grass type.
Oh, is it Turtwig?
No.
Okay.
You think Turtwig's the evolved form of Chikorita?
No, I think it's that one.
Okay.
It's got a leaf in it, right? Is it?
It's not Leafeon. Please don't say Leafeon.
Okay, not Leafeon this time. Oh, Breloom?
No. You know what? Those names are actually a little bit similar, though. So that's.
Oh, is it Bayleaf?
Yes, it is Bayleaf. We're learning about Bayleaf next week. So
okay,
make sure you come to class for that.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be very.
No, he just said it. Oh, I said it. Me, Bayleaf.
No. Oh, I thought you said Hoppip. Okay, gotcha.
No.
Wow, his brain is.
Why did your earring come back worse when you came back to life?
I know. You think you could have come back? It's normally rebooting things fixes them, but it seems like it's only made him worse.
Your ears have gotten worse.
Never been down, never gave up.
That's a T-shirt.
Been down. Never gave
with
up.
a pile of rocks.
All right, that's going to do it for today's lesson. If you want to contact me, the professor, you can do so via our Gengar mail, which is wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you don't have Gengar mail, that's fine. You can find us in a bunch of other places, one of those places being the Flying Pokemon themed social network site, Twitter. We are there at wwopokemon. As well, we're also on Discord. We have a Patreon. You can find us on all those locations. We have a link tree available in the description of this video, so you can find it there. I will say...
Wait, we're being recorded? Oh, where? Where's the camera? Hi. You said video. You said this is the video.
Did I say it's a video?
You said it was a video, Professor. Where's the camera? Where'd you hide
when
it?
Did I wait. When did I say...
I knew Lex wasn't real.
Oh, did I say...
Hi.
Did I say video?
Leave Lex alone.
Okay, in the description of this recording. How about that?
There you go. I like lesson better, but that works.
Kick you in the teeth. How about that?
Whoa. I'll hold him down, Professor.
Corbin, while you're down there, do you want to give a quick description of our Patreon?
Yes! Oh my goodness. Guys, you should subscribe on Patreon because, like I said earlier, you get outtakes, you get Q&As, you get wonderful drawings from Mr. Curtis, and also you get Pokemon named after you. That's where Kaliko got from. It was one of our patrons.
Like, Kaliko, Calico, a shout out to you.
Shout out to Kaliko. Appreciate your support.
Thank you so much for your support, Kaliko. And also we are still working towards our goal of $200 a month, so we can do a Pokemon Nuzlocke run, which we are all extremely excited for. We really want that to happen, so please make it happen for us. But I think that's all we wanted to say.
That's it.
That's all. So until next time, class is dismissed.